A Good Siyum Rabboisai. Just got back a few hours ago from Europe, and here we are on the day of the Siyum. I understand that someone wants to make a presentation, so I'll allow them to do so. What's going on? Sit over here. Should I get up?
Come over, sit right here. Wherever you want. You can sit there. All right, so as we know, Avodah Zarah Daf Chavches, it's the Siyum. So we have two short presentations. We're not going to talk a lot because the presentations will speak for themselves. The first one is a small video. Credit has to definitely go out to Yossi Klein and Mark Ashkenazi, who worked super hard on it to get it all together. It's a small sampling of people who you've touched across the world. We obviously couldn't get everybody, couldn't get 35, 40,000 people, but just a small sampling, but know that we had to cut it at some point and had to continue going. Gary, let's roll the videotape.
Hadran Aleph Hadran Aleph Hadran Aleph Zafdushim Hadran Aleph Seder Noshim.
Rebellion, Mazel Tov, and Siyum Hashas, Chel Chol Reisa, Mitzvah Hashem, we should go weiter for another Siyum Hashas.
Wishing a very hearty Mazel Tov and Siyum Hashas. I'm happy to have joined you over 7 years ago.
Rebelli, I'm so happy for you, Siyum Hashas. Hashem should help. You should be able to spread Hashem started till 120.
Yo, Mazel Tov and the Siyum Hashas. He started. You didn't know how to read the Gemara almost. By now, you're such a Talmid Chacham. It's very, very challenging to learn with you, but I'm very happy to continue doing it.
Mazel Tov Rebelli and Siyum Hashas, an accomplishment that I never imagined that I could do. And here we are, just a few hundred blot away from making a Siyum together.
Mazel Tov on finishing Shas. Look at what 7.5 years can do. You're changing the world.
Mazel Tov, finishing Shas. Wow, Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov, Daddy, on this wild, unimaginable accomplishment.
Mazel Tov, Zadie. It's Geschmack to do the law. We love you. I love you, Zadie. Learning Torah.
Rebelli, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov, Rebelli. What an amazing accomplishment. It's been 7.5 years. I'm so lucky. I've been by your side throughout this entire process. I hope you keep on doing the Chayil, and I can't wait till our next Siyum.
Wishing you a huge Mazel Tov.
Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi Moiri Alifi Imiyidui. We are so excited and happy.
I wanted to take this opportunity to wish you a Mazel Tov on this momentous occasion of finishing Shas. It's an inspiration.
Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli, on this wonderfully great, incredible milestone. The Ezra Hashem, you should have tremendous aslacha in everything that you do. Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli, on Siyum Hashas. I feel so blessed to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see what the next 7.5 years are going to bring.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli, for reaching this major milestone.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli, on this unbelievable accomplishment.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli, on this wonderful achievement.
Reb Eli, Mazel Tov. Siyum Hashas, it's about 100 million dafin have been learned in your schus.
Mazel Tov.
Reb Eli, I want to say Mazel Tov, big Mazel Tov on the Siyum Hashas, on your amazing success in the movement of Daf Yomi.
Mazel Tov on finishing Shas, this time as MDY. Thank you for inspiring myself and all of us, proving that nothing is impossible.
Mazel Tov already to you and to everyone who has finished Shas.
Mazel Tov on this enormous milestone.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli. You had every reason in the world to not be celebrating this, and yet you fought every challenge to be doing this. Ashrecha.
Herzog Mazel Tov on your completion of Shas. I give you bracha from here, Adas B'nai Yisrael in Chicago, where you started.
Mazel Tov, Reb Eli, on this amazing accomplishment. And also, thank you for bringing tens of thousands of Yidden along with the dream of possibly finishing Shas themselves.
Mazel Tov, my dear Rebbe. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu bless you with tons of
happiness and siyata d'shmaya and a lot of health.
Mazel tov, Rebelli.
Mazel tov, Rebelli. Mazel tov, Rebelli. On your own personal Siyum Hashas.
Mazel tov, Rabbeinu Eli Stefansky on your Siyum Hashas. Mazel tov, Rebelio, aha from around the world.
Mazel tov on your Siyum Hashas.
Mazel tov to the most inconsistent man for being consistent, for finishing Shas. We're so proud of you.
Wishing you a tremendous mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, mazel tov. Ending Shas on the Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi, that's classic MDY.
Mazel tov on finishing Shas.
Rebelli, huge mazel tov on finishing Shas. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu give you the koiches to continue finishing Shas over and over and over again.
Mazel tov Rebelli on being Messiah Shas.
Mazel tov Rebelli, and it's a great occasion of being Messiah Shas.
Mazel tov.
I want to wish you a huge mazel tov for the Siyum of Shas.
Mazel tov Rebelli on finishing Shas.
Mazel tov, I want to congratulate my dear friends, all the Mishtatu with the Daf Yomi, Arav Agon, my dear friend, Arav Eli Stefansky, Mitzvah Shem should go from Chayil to Chayil.
Wishing all the Messiahim a mazel tov.
Hi, L'Chavri Rebelli, this is a big mazel tov for you for finishing Shas. Not just finishing Shas, what you've done before, but through MDY.
Mazel tov, Rav Stefansky. A huge mazel tov on finishing Shas again.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, on the Siyum Hashas. The angel of invention, gesund, naches, and continue to give you the koiches that you should continue giving over Torah to Klal Yisrael.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, on the Siyum Hashas.
Rebelli, and the pioneering chevra of MDY. Mazel tov on this unbelievable accomplishment.
Mazel tov on your Siyum.
Mazel tov to Rebelli.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov,
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Rebelli.
Mazel tov, Rebelli. I want to wish you a heartfelt mazel tov.
Wishing you a mazel tov.
Everybody around here would like to just give you a hearty mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, on finishing Shas. Mazel tov, Rebelli, on finishing Shas.
Rebelli, mazel tov on finishing Shas.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, all the way from Camp Aguda.
Mazel tov.
Rebelli, mazel tov on the Siyum Hashas.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, on your Siyum Hashas. Mazel tov, Rebelli. You made it against all odds.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, on your Siyum Hashas.
Mazel tov for Siyum Hashas.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, and being Messiah the whole Shas.
You should only have mitmazel.
It's truly incredible what a person can do to commit to our Torah, so very true. Each day to learn and not miss without fail, keeping attention to every detail.
Mazel tov, Rebelli.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, on your tremendous milestone.
Mazel tov, Rebelli, what an incredible moment. May be zeichet to finish Shas many, many times together. But
Huge mazel tov, Rebelli.
Okay, one last gift. But Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi is not just a daf, but it became an MDY, it became a concept. You say Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi to anybody involved in MDY, it represents so many things. Two of the points that it represents, number one is, you don't wait. You start right away, you get inspired, you have a moment of inspiration, you just leap in and you do it right away. That's definitely a very strong message that Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi represents to us. The second thing it represents is you never know. You never know how one small act, what it holds within it, and what it can do for you, for others, what's really develops and evolves from that one small maisa. And just like a seed really holds the potential for all the fruit that it has within it, and it creates these tremendous trees, so too that one small act holds within it so much. So we decided to go back and take a better look at Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi itself, Koach. And we saw that within it there are many references that really represent everything that MDY stands for. In fact, there are so many that at some point we had to stop because we just couldn't do it. A big shout out goes to Yoshi, who put a tremendous amount of work into this. But we basically came up with many references, some funny, some more serious. You'll take the time, but Avi's going to speak about it for a minute or two just to have a look.
There you go. Where am I supposed to hang that?
Right there. Okay, so if you look here, Avodah Zarah Daf Yomi,
And Gary, can you put the other one, the original, on the screen for everybody to see it easier? Okay. So, I mean, the most glaring one obviously is we went through all the various words in this daf, whether it's going to be in the actual Gemara and Rashi and Tosos and in the Bach on the side, no matter what it was, but we found references all over to things that are so near and dear to MDY and to Rebelli. The obvious one right away is dummy is also Rosh Tevos, MDY. That was right away on the first daf. We have Tosos on Divrei Maskil Kochi talks about an Ariel already, so we have Rebelli on the Ariel. We have, let's see, we have Gemara mentioned in the Gilyon Hashas that references the free Gemaras.
No, good morning, Rabbi Sai.
Okay, that too, very good. We could add that one as well. Amar li Lamachar, which is the Gemara. The Gemara says today it's not about the daf, it's about the Yomi. We're not going to do it today. We have in Rashi also talks about Bimei Achoref, so of course we have skiing in it. There's references to Melach, which is part of the Kutach, so we have a Kutach in here. You have Darsha Bepirka, Rabbi Eli teaching Torah to the masses. Let's see if there's any other off the hand. We have obviously the Torah, which is the bull from Bava Metzia. We have reference to Chulin and the Matnas Kahuna given to Rabbi Didia, and the reference to the Kolel. Beni for MDY kids. We have the reference to Gemara and Beta. We have the charts, the famous charts of the Truma and Maisras and Tuma and Tahara charts, all referenced in the Sheni. We have, of course, of Nachman's song, Ner Mitzvah Torah Or on the left, top left. And the references go on, and Ariel, you could take the time to go through it. We have a smaller version for you to take home. And just can go through and see all the references, and it's up there on the screen. And this is just Amud Aleph, right.
All right, so, for a daf like this, I figured, okay, I'm going to get up an hour early. I have to say something really chashuv, something really, something that's going to stand out and it's going to leave a roishim, So, at about 10 to 7, where I'm supposed to be heading out here, that's basically where I woke up. We just got home from a long trip. In the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and so that plan flew out the window. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm not going to prepare anything. Whatever comes out, comes out. So we're just going to make the Siyum here, and make a quick Siyum. But I just want to say one thing that came to mind, Mamish. The one thing that hits me is the famous Medrash in Shir HaShirim, Pischuli Pesach Kichudish Machat. Because Baruch Hu says, if you give me an opening the size of a needle point, just the little hole in a needle, that's all you have to do. You have to make an effort, but you have to show ishtadlus. You can't say, oh, I want to be a millionaire, but I want to win the lottery, I'm not going to buy a ticket. You have to buy the ticket. You have to pay the $1 and buy the ticket. You have to open up the opening of a machat. And if you do so, there's no limit. There's pasha no limit. When we started 7.5 years ago, Avodah Zarah, we had no idea. No one had an idea. People ask me all the time, did you know it's going to be this large? No, only Meshugana could say he knew anything. All I knew is that I wanted more than 5 people, because that's what I knew. 5 people, if we get to 1 million, it's going to be very, very nice, because how many shiurim in the world have 1 million? So that was the goal, basically. We got to get to 1 million. Make it a little interesting with some charts. That was the whole thing. But it's a pischuli pesach kechudish machat, v'ani eftach lochem pesach ke pischei shelulam. That's it. That's all I have to say. Give it a try. Whatever it is, it could be in business also. You can't make money in real estate if you don't play the game. You have to be in real estate. You have to buy an apartment in order for the apartment to go up in value. You have to be in whatever you're in order for it to be successful, but you have to at least try. Give it a try. You never know. 7.5 years goes like this, and Be'ez Hashem, we should all finish Shas together. Amen. Just going to make the Siyum, and then we're going to try to learn a few words. Mamish typical MDY style. A lot of fun in the beginning, and a little learning at the end. It's Mamish Mil the Sugya, but I left one line for the Siyum. And I'm looking now and I think this is Mamish MDY in a nutshell. I didn't notice this before, Be'emes. Oh. You should worship Avodah Zarah and don't die. Different than what? This is Rabbi Shmuel. We know that there's 3 Averos Chamuros, that no matter what, a person puts a gun to a person's head and says, do this Avero or die, you should die. Rabbi Shmuel argues, he says that when it comes to Avodah Zarah, you should do the Avodah Zarah and don't die. Why? Here's the motto. Torah is to live with. Torah is there for life, not for death. Our enemies, if you think about it, their life is to die. Our life is to live. Torah is not here to put on restrictions and to make it difficult, and you can't be Machal Shabbos, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. Torah is life. B'chai b'hem. Like that couple in I'm not going to say the place, in Tel Aviv, that gave us a lot of chizuk. And we met the Spinka Rebbe from Bet Shemesh at the hotel, and he said that he took this Maisa and he brought a lot of people to Yiddishkeit and to the Daf. He does the Daf every day with us. He loved that story. That the couple from Tel Aviv, very, very powerful couple, they're still in the process right now. When they found out that MDY went on a safari, that's what got him. B'chai b'hem. You're allowed to enjoy life, but you have to learn Torah. B'chai b'hem v'lo shiyom b'hem. Doesn't mean they have to be restricted, and you can't do this, you can't do that. B'chai b'hem. Yoga afilu b'faresio. Tamad lo imar. So maybe you could say, do Avodah Zarah, Gzeres tachtat, and at the stake, in front of hundreds of people, so do the Avodah Zarah, v'chai b'hem, you should live. No. Tamad lo imar, v'lo yisachalu Hashem kochi. We don't even have a... We'll have to do some sort of, somebody have the end of Nida maybe. Take a look over here. We'll do it. That you should not do a Chil Hashem. Chil Hashem is considered the worst Avera a person could possibly do. And when you do Avodah Zarah in public, you're not just doing Avodah Zarah, but you're doing a Chil Hashem. And for that, you should give away your life. Hadran Allah Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Hadrach Alon. Daidach Alon Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Daidach Alon. V'Nisna Shiminach Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Loisisna Shiminon Loi Ba'amod Dein v'Loi Ba'amod Osi. Hadran Allah Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Hadrach Alon. Daidach Allah Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Daidach Alon. V'Nisna Shiminach Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Loisisna Shiminon Loi Ba'amod Dein v'Loi Ba'amod Osi. Hadran Allah Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Hadrach Alon. Hadran Allah Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Daidach Alon. L'nisn Sheminon Mesechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli v'Nisn Sheminon L'Ba'amod Dein v'L'Ba'amod Osi. Yotzim v'Fanecha Adinu Eloheinu v'Lei Havasenu Shtei Teroschim Nesenu B'Elam Hazeh v'Teimonu L'Elam Haba Chaninu Bar Papa Ram Bar Papa Nachman Bar Papa Achoy Bar Papa Abba Mori Bar Papa Rafim Bar Papa Rochesh Bar Papa Sucher Bar Papa Adam Bar Papa Dor Bar Papa. Harb not in Erlen is the Vision also with you fear some Chabizis Ovenia, Colono, and Nachnu, and Zainu, and Zainu, and Zayam Chabizis or Colonia, the Shemer Chabin to the Shema. Maybe the Hakman with the Zakilo Mili. He leaves some of Hugel, the man of voice. Loyal Picudel Gibam Hisoni. Borkata, the Noidam, Deni Hugecha, main celebrate. But the Manachnu for the Radin, Erlen, but I've seen. She's some to Hakim Bishop is a Medrish, with some to Hakim Bishop Kiranois. Shor mashkim David Torah, mashkim dvarim betelim. Ono amelim kam zachar, ve'amelim kam zachar. Ono rotzim. Ono rotzim chayil amabov, ve'im rotzim b'shachas, shenem avatolim, deiridim b'shachas, and shidam mirmol yatzim me'im v'aniyat aboch. Yotzim v'necha adinu elihai. Kishem zayt tanim b'zayim zechus Avodah Zarah v'Talmud Bavli, kein tazirin la'atrim zechus zvar v'achayim, u'lesaimom. Little more than Lamed, Lishma Vlasois, the Kaim is called the Vitam of the Avo. Was who's called Atanoim Amarim Tamilicha Hom Yamed Lilizari, Shloitomish Atoir Mepim Bizari Zari Adoilom. This is Kaim Bisalachatan Hoisoch. Give me one. Tell you why. I'm going to wipe these tears away. Zoom in a second. You wipe them away. I'm going to put them in my Gemara right here, Daf Chav Ches. I'm going to leave them right here. Shlei Tomer Shator Mepi Zari Aaron Akiva Lozi Yoel Bezer Zari Adoilom. Elisa's kids, Aaron's kids, Akiva's kids, Yoel's kids, Lozi's kids. V'skayim b'misalecha dan choisoch. V'shoach b'chodesh morlecha. V'kitzoi zayit tisichecha. Ki vi yir b'yimecha v'yisifu l'cha shneis chayim merch yom yimim v'smol yishu v'chovel Adonai zlamu yitein. Adonai yivorech z'amoi v'ashaloim. Zgadei v'zgadei shmei rabo. Yom ados l'schados l'chayim v'yisayo l'sau ki yosin l'chayol mol mivne kati d'shleim shachalot y'chel b'gabo l'meka b'chonin l'chom Ariel. V'asov b'chonin d'shmai v'datzei v'yem l'chut shobirchum b'machusa v'yikorei v'chayichonim v'yichonim v'chayit chol beis Yisrael. Ba'agolo v'zman koriv imru amen. יש מי רבו מברך לעולם, ולומר יום היו, יסברך וישתבח ויסבח ויסרומה ויסנסה, ויסעדו ויסעדה ויסעלו, שמי לקודשו בריחו, לא ידעו מקום וחסוב ושירוסות ושמוסות ונחם הסוד, אמירון מלמובים רומן, הישראל ורבו נמת המדיונים והכל תלמידי סמדיונים והכל בנוס, יגמרי סוד, דיבי עסקות ישודים, ידי בכל עשה ועשר, יהד לא אין נכון שלם רב וכין וחסד ורחמין, וחי נעריכין ומזון יריבי חייב, וכל מקודם נשמעי והרוב עם רומן, יש לו רב משמעי וחיים טובים עלינו והכל ישראל עם רומן. ויעשה שלום רמו ויעשה שלום עלינו והכל ישראל ואמרו אמן. מזל טוב. אשרי שכויה. וואו. ויועשה נחס רוח ויועשה נחס רוח נחס רוח Many more together. Breakfast is sponsored by Sidram Films, Strategic Video Productions, and by other good people. In honor of Eli's and the Chabura's Siyum Hashas, I do have to give a tremendous akar satoiv to all you in the room. We started out with 8 people, and look at the room now today. And the Chaverim that were there from the beginning, the very beginning, some it took them a few days to find out about it. Huh? Zoom, wow, the Oilam on Zoom. Shkoyach, guys. We don't count, it's also the count. Shkoyach to Yaakov Sitran, I want to show you. Rav Yossi! It took some time to find Yossi, Mark Ashkenazi, but we started out with Yeshua Price, who's here in the room. We have to say a tremendous Shkoyach to Yeshua. He taught us the idea that it's okay to go over to random people. I think he went over to Reb Schoenberg. He went over to people. He went over to a lot of people that are part of the shir. Mark Ashkenazi Lamashal came to the Daf because of Yeshua Aaron Price. He was doing some work on the computer, and Yeshua made him crazy, and he said, "Okay, whatever." You also came because of Yeshua Aaron Price. Well, that kind of equals it out now. My voice said, let me just show you. That was just a joke, Shkailo. We love you. Check this out. It's important. I want to show it again because just to give a little bit of a background, if you didn't see this, but also a little chizuk at the end. There we go. Oh, yeah, sorry. We all gathered here in this room to learn the very first daf of MDY, Avodah Zarah, daf Ches. In middle of a sugya, without even two dots, not a mishnah, not a new perek, not a new masechta, smack in the middle. And the first person to show up, Harav Noam Fix. Hey, Noam! This is the place that we found to give the shir on day one, and we were here for 2 years. I sat down right over here, and another 7 people sat around. This is where it all started. Avodah Zarah daf Ches. From the very first day, Yeshua Aaron Price would stand right here on the street, grabbing people, telling people, come to the shir, you gotta hear the shir. Eventually we had 40 people in this narrow room, and it was becoming a little tight. We needed a new place, MDY.
7 years and never missed a day.
Every single day as I climbed these stairs, the excitement, the energy, the geschmack, like the very first day. Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Rabbi Isai, if there was ever a time to join Daf Yomi, it's for this Masechta, Masechtas Avodah Zarah. Do not wait for brachas. This is one of the most geschmackste Masechtas in Shas, with over 25 daf of Agadata, and even the hard dapim are the shortest dapim in Shas. What a geschmack, what an opportunity. I just asked somebody, why don't you join the daf? You're not going to believe what he told me. He said he's waiting for brachas, the beginning of Shas. I couldn't believe it. When you have inspiration, you start right then and there. We started Avodah Zarah daf Ches in the middle of anything. That's when you start. Shkoyach. Beautiful. I know that we have to do a little bit of learning. I just wanted to show you real quickly. Yesterday, I gave the shir Daf Ches. So it's part of Daf Ches. In Germany. Couldn't believe it. I didn't even know. I started giving the shir. I thought I was in Austria. And the guy says, no, you're in Germany now. Because over there, it changes countries there's no sign. So we drove and we're in a beautiful place over there. But we found a bunch of guys from the hotel, and the people that do the daf with us were there on this thing. Okay. I was hoping that we could see that. Then he stopped on the side of the road, and we did another 10, 15 minutes. How many? Maybe 15 minutes? That's what it looks like in real life. The video dumbs it down a little bit. Okay. Rabbi said, let's learn some Torah. Oh, we have to do sponsors. Masechta is sponsored by David Salomon and dedicated memory of Imari. We got a good start today, huh? Reb Shmuel Baruch. Somebody's going to go to the YouTube. It's going to say the Akdama to the Daf from 7:10 to 7:50. Daf from 7:50 to 8. Dedicated memory of Imari, Reb Shmuel Baruch, Ben Reb Chaim Dov, Tzvi Dov, Zechron Levracha. Masechta is sponsored by Anonymous. Hatzlach Baruch L'Zivagash Mizl Chuzachenu B'nei Yisrael Anonymous. May our learning be a shield of protection and a source of unity and blessing for Am Yisrael. Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father Jack Gedalius. I said yesterday when we started the shir, the budget was $4 a day. We thought, okay, so we bought coffee. Me and Yeshua, we bought some machines. Who would believe that 7.5 years later, our budget is close to $3 million a year? It's unbelievable. Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father Jack Gedalius. Koil sponsors monthly. Moshe Aaron and Miriam Landy. Thank Hashem for all the bracha and simcha. This breakfast costs more money than we spent on all the coffee the first year. Monthly sponsors TCS Israel, powered by Talk and Save. Yoni Klutzik, Refor Shlema Miriam Esther Bas Perel Fradel Pesel. Anonymous, Refor Shlema Chulda Leo Bas Bracha. Weekly sponsors Mitchell Weinberger. In honor of my father's birthday, Dr. Eli Weinberger, Mitchell Weinberger. In honor of his father's birthday, Dr. Eli Weinberger, Montreal. Daily sponsors, Kinnovations. Mazel Tov to Rebelli on Your Siyum Hashas. Thank you to you, your Rebbitzin and family and MDY team for giving their whole life for the cloud. Hashem should give you the strength to keep on going until 120 biyachad. Mordechai Sapaznik, Mazel Tov to Rebelli and MDY starters. I'm finishing Shas. Shalom Mandelkorn, Rav Yudale Ben Rav Tzvi. My father was 32nd yard size today. Arthur Berkowitz, Hashem should judge me favorably. Amen. Daily sponsors. Who? Yaakov Slatus, yahrzeit of Moshe Slatus, who died at the age of 2 in 1907. You are not forgotten. Yitzchak Hershkowitz and Mordechai Zapaznik, L'zech Nishmas, Rachamim, Rami Ben Sadia, and Yemimi Harari, the father of Sharon, who works by Yitzi's Foods, together with Yitzi and Mordechai, the Neshama should have an aliyah. Moshe Anonymous, Shefa. Moshe Anonymous, Shefa. Ariel Hershkowitz. It would have been much better if it was Anonymous Shefa. Then together is 2 words. Ariel Hershkowitz. Eli Hayoima Kamo Ike Beshuka. Thank you. Emotional. Yaakov Schreiber. It's a good one. Let me remember that. Eloi Hayoima, if not for this day, Kama Eli Ike Beshuka. Thank you. Yaakov Schreiber, Mazel Tov, MDY on the Siyum Hashas. Thanking Hashem for passing the licensing test. It was in schus that you donated to MDY L'chaira. MDY Toronto Chabura, Mazel Tov Rebelli on your Siyum Hashas. Thank you for your dedication to being Marbit's Torah and for the countless lives you have changed. Peretz Chaim Levine, Mazel Tov to Rebbe on Rebbe Umayri's Siyum Hashas. Rebbe's determination to start with Daf Chavches gave me the koyach to start learning again. Coming up on my 4th Daf anniversary from Sukkot Daf Beis. I love you, Peretz Chaim. MDY Art, monthly. Yonatan Eitam Ebesheva Bracha. Refuah Shleima. The Refuah Shleima Mordechai Ben Esther. Refuah Hayela Daniel Zev Ben Hayela Esther. All right, let's learn a little Torah. No, that's the turning it off. Here. What's that?
We're gonna get there today.
We got to wait a little bit. We got to go to 10 to 7. We never did this. Baruch Hashem. What do you say?
It's 6:48 in us.
This is the first daf that we did. It's all about refuahs. It's all about that's how they get you in. It's going to be like this. The whole shot is going to be take a little this, take a little that. I'll heal you. 3 lines from the bottom of Chavzayin Amud Beis. We're talking about whether or not you could have a refuah from the goy, from the idol worshiper. If it's something severe, you have to be Mechal Shabbos, so you can't use them. And again in the name of Yechanan. If it's an internal injury, you cannot use them. If it's something outside, stitches, you could go to the idol worshiper, but not something severe. Might be nayu. At the end of the day, you can't be Mechal Shabbos regardless. What's the difference if it's an internal thing? It's not. It says Gemara, nayu gavayad v'gav haregel. Gavayad is this part of the hand, not over here. This part over here, gavayad. Gavayad v'gav haregel. And the same thing with the foot. Hareim kimaka shel cholol. They have the same. It's similar to a cholol. Doma Rav Bar Mas no Rav. There's a guy in the hotel. His name is Zelig. What's his last name? Zelig Lichtenstein. He's one of the, like it said. We said it reminds us of Moshe Einhorn. He's a guy that's a doer. We just met him. He says, I've been doing this shit for 2 years. He came, he went to the mall, he bought me a gift, me and my wife. He's one of these guys, a doer. Anything, he's running in there. What can I get you? Changed my life, the whole thing. I have no idea why I started saying it. What was I in the middle of saying? So he told us, I love Nachman Seltzer. I love him. I said, you do? He says, yeah, we love all the. I got to meet this guy. I got to meet him. You don't understand. There's a artist. When he says the middle shir, and every time you miss a word, he chops you right away. I love the guy. I was in shock. I was completely shocked.
There's a lot of people like him.
I'm starting to learn. It took 7.5 years. I finally I'm chopping now. So this, when you have a zetz over here, it's very dangerous. It's like having an internal injury. Oh, so Mela, if you say that the problem is cholol, so it's like a cholol. It's like a zetz inside. If not, if the problem is that it's something in Mechal Shabbos, it's not something in Mechal Shabbos on. So you can't use the non-Jewish doctor. Anything that you need an assessment, you have to go to the doctor to see what's going on. Is it dangerous? Not dangerous? Mechal Shabbos. The Mishabur talks about this. He says that every Rav has to teach his community, and it's important for us here. Something negel lemaisa. A lot of times on Shabbos, somebody faints, or whatever the situation is, and you start looking at him. Do I call the ambulance? Do I not? It's like one of these. If I call the ambulance, they come and he gets up. I'm going to look like a fool, and I just called him Shabbos. The halacha is you call. You don't ask any questions. You just make the phone call. And if he gets up and starts walking around, and he looks like a fool. You didn't do any isser, zero isser, because anytime there's a suffix pikuach nefesh and you're not a doctor, you don't know the fact that you doubted it and you weren't sure this way or that way. That itself is a reason to be Mechal Shabbos. In Mechal Shabbos, you don't ask questions. You say, oh, he's dead now because I wasn't sure. Should I? You don't do that. You just make a phone call. Shalom Yisrael. Balance of Shabbos. Just yesterday I heard a story. I'm just going to add a little bit to it, a little pepper. Guy says, a guy told me, he saw B'moyenov, he was at Rav Shteiman, and a guy came in there and asked if his wife could have a blood transfusion because the blood is coming from people that are oichel nevelos atrefus. He wanted to know. And meanwhile his wife died. No, she didn't. In this case she didn't. What are you going to ask the Rav? You do the blood transfusion, you ask the question later. Right there. Omar Rav Shimon Barabba Omar B'Yochanan. This very strong fever. So the art scroll brings down. I never used the art scroll as much as I used yesterday. Every word here, I didn't understand. I mean, that was probably what was going on the first day. Like, whoa, where's the art scroll? What's going on here? He says that it's 102 fever, or in Hebrew, 38.8 Celsius. Kimaka shachol dami. It's very dangerous. You got to be something in Mechal Shabbos, so you can't use the guy for it. Mechal says Shabbos, you Mechal Shabbos for it. Mechal Makash Chalol. I remember very clearly. I once had a very very high fever when I was a kid. My father took me, put me in the car on Shabbos, and drove with me to the hospital. I was hallucinating. I remember exactly where I was. I was like 6 or 7 years old. I was seeing things. The building was flying. Everything was. They took my temperature and they said, "Oh, we got to run to the hospital with me." On Shabbos. What does it mean, inner wound? What's internal? Anything from the lip inwards. Let's say the tongue, I guess, is a cholol. From the lips in. What about teeth and gums? What's the question? They're hard. Maybe it's like an outer injury. Or at the end of the day, you already gave a get this from the lips inwards and teeth are inward. Yeah, if somebody has a major toothache, what, he's going to be Mechal Shabbos for it? Yeah, listen, if it's inside, it's inside. If somebody has tooth pain, do not drink vinegar. Why? Because you're not allowed to take medicine on Shabbos. Why can't you take medicine on Shabbos? That you might come to grind down the different herbs that are necessary. Mainly you can't take medicine. So that's like taking medicine. So Gemara wants to be medayik. It's only because he has a little pain. What if he has extreme pain? You know those people have extreme pain? And they have to take different codeine and who knows what? Shapir Domi. Maybe that's something that you Mechal Shabbos for. So Gemara says, I don't have a raya. Why? Perhaps if extreme pain, and maybe choishish means extreme pain. You don't know what choishish means. Maybe the guy's going out of his mind, and that's still considered an outer injury, and that you're not Mechal Shabbos for it. I don't think people are Mechal Shabbos today for pain, for extreme tooth pain. People go to the hospital? Yeah, they do. Oh, people are fainting and this and that. Once it gets to such a thing, I hear. Yeah. Toshma. Rabbi Yochanan chash b'tzabdino. Rabbi Yochanan had a terrible, whatever it was, one of these root canal situations, a very bad one. So now he's dealing with the Goya. He says, I need some medicine. Avdo chamsho mali shapsa. Tremendous also. From this Gemara, you can learn a lot of different stuff. So she gave him medicine on Thursday and on Friday. What's going to be on Shabbos? Trust me, 2 days is enough. And he says, and what if I do need? So Rashi explains, so come to her. What's the problem? Why can't? If you had a guess now, what's the pshat? Why is he so concerned? So go to her on Shabbos. Says Rashi, because he was giving a shear. He's giving a shear, Rabbim, you can't go. That's it. What are you going to do? So she said, Omro, ishtabali delay migalis. If you swear to me that you're not going to tell the world my secret potion over here, then I'll give it to you. And then, therefore, and they'll take it on Shabbos. So you see, you're allowed to take medicine like this on Shabbos. Why? Because it's considered cholol, it's considered an inner injury of the body. Says the Gemara, ishtabali Yisrael, let me galino. These are the words he used. I swear that to the Rebbeinu Shloim, I'm not going to say. She thought he meant, I swear in the name of Hashem. He didn't say that. I'm not going to reveal the secret to Hashem. He said, Le'lakal Yisrael, loy migalino, to Hashem, I'm not going to, The Gemara Galilei. So she told him the secret. L'mochar. So here's the big yisoid. What happens when a person learns $1 million secret? What do? So if you have it, you open up another office and you start seeing patients and you start charging crazy money. Anybody that has a toothache will pay you $1,000 to get rid of it. That's not what he did. He went out and told the whole world. He told his whole yeshiva about this. Asked the Gemara of Ishtabelo. But he swore. There's a Machlokes Yerushalmi. What happened to her after he went and he said the thing? So the Yerushalmi says either she committed suicide or she became a giyaris because of because she was nispal that he went and he told he didn't keep it for himself. He didn't make money off it. He told the people.
Thank you. Is it?
That's what he said. He said, I'm not going to tell Hashem. So he didn't tell Hashem, he told his yeshiva. But the Klal Yisrael, yes. Ask Hashem, what about the fact that he told her, he swore to her, and now he's breaking his shvuah in front of a guy? The God Lamikara. As soon as he swore, he said, by the way, now that you told me, I have to tell you, I'm going to tell the Olam, and I'm not breaking a shvuah because my shvuah is to Hashem. You see that the reason why he was willing to take this medicine on Shabbos is because it's like an internal bleeding or something. Because this thing starts with the mouth, but it goes into the kishkas, and it's dangerous. My Simone, how do you do this? You put the stuff on the gums, and blood will come out from the teeth. How does this happen? Why does a person get this? If you eat, like you take out of the freezer this bread, frozen bread, you start eating frozen bread, or it happens to be just last week, I took out from the freezer chocolate chip cookies. I like chocolate chip cookies, but do not send and do not chas v'shalom. It's a weakness. Do not. I'm serious. So I was in the mood of a chocolate chip cookie. I took a frozen one. I ate a frozen one. It's gone. It's fine. It tastes good. That's terrible. This causes terrible disease. And if you eat hot cholent, it's also very bad.
Not on Thursday nights.
Or not. Listen, people suffer a lot of different ailments from the cholent. And if you eat this fried fish from the overnight fried fish, then that's what it causes Rabbi, I see there's a lot of guests here. I didn't say hello to, we're mamish running out of time. If one of the guests has an interesting story that wants to share with us quickly, anybody wants to say their name from the interesting place? Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem. Anybody? Who's interesting? Nobody? No one. But I see you guys, I see you all. This guy. All right. Rabbi, real quickly, before we get into the sugya, so I say this a lot. The Marsha in Gittin, I believe it is. I couldn't find it again, but it's there. I didn't do the real story. The Marsha in Gittin says that we know that Chizkiyo there was a Sefer Refuos. If somebody had the Yenamachla, opens up to page 52, it tells you, take a bunch of beans, take a goose feather, take a this, and do it like that, and you'll heal. People stopped relying on the Rebbeinu Shloim, and so he took the Sefer and he buried it. And Chacham said he did the right thing. Yet, because of that, the Marshal says that throughout Shas, the Sefer Refuos is sprinkled around. You'll find different things. You think it's weird stuff, but it's from Sefer Refuos. That being said, I'm not saying that this is it, but based on this Marshal, we can understand a lot. Now, the Rishonim talk about it. People try this stuff, it doesn't work. So it says, Reb Shrir Goin says today, it doesn't work for carrot. If you try this stuff, it could be a sakana. You don't know the exact amounts, you don't know the exact thing, you're not understanding what's going on. There's a little bit of a side here, the way it's written. In fact, the Yam Shlomo says it's also to even try, because you're going to try, it's not going to work, and then you're going to start resenting Gemara and saying, oh, the Gemara doesn't know what it's talking about, etc. My Avdaleh, what did this woman do? He took some water from the yeast, and some olive oil and salt. You see that? Shamshi's not even here. The first day I'm back, he's not even here. He said he's going to move, he's going to be back, not even here. Take the fat of the goose and put it on the feather of a goose. And you're asking yourself, I understand the fat of the goose, but what does the feather have to do with the refuah? So you see that there's other things going on here. I tried it didn't work, says Abaya. But an Arab told me what to do. Isaac Hashasa says, so take the pit of an olive, the molecule that didn't have a third of its life yet, and burn it on top of a shovel, a brand new hoe, new. The Davik Bey, the Dori, and put it inside the teeth. And you should know, I did it, Vitasi, Mamish worked. Has to be a brand new shovel. Why shovel? Kacha. Why? As I gave us. Rabbi Yochanan Nechi Avadachi. Ask the Gemara, how did Rabbi Yochanan go to this Goya? Rabbi Yochanan himself, forget somebody else. Rabbi Yochanan himself says, isn't that how we started off today? Mamish, those words. That's how Shas started for us. This line. Any mako that you do Chil Shabbos for, you can't use a goy. So if you give him Chil Shabbos and take the medicine, which is a Chil Shabbos, you can't go to the goy. Says Gemara, Adam Choshev Shani, because he was Choshev, so she's scared of him. She's not going to kill him. She knows that she's going to get into trouble. But I have a story with a very Choshev person, and the min, he took medicine from the guy, and actually the guy tried to kill him. Yaakov Mina, there was a min by the name of Yaakov. Sama Ashok, he put this poison on his leg. If not for the fact that Reb Ami, the famous Reb Ami and Reb Asi, they go together. The Mamish licked it off his leg. Pascal Shok, his leg would have been chopped off, gone. Says Gemara. So how did he do it? He was Adam Choshev. You see, the min didn't care. The min wanted to kill him. This Matronisa was a professional doctor. So the Gemara, this Yaakov was also a professional. This min hated Rebavo because Rebavo used to beat these guys in all the different. I didn't even look through. This is what? Oh, this is Casa de Harsana. I don't know what this is. What was it? Oh, I see. Yeah, this is the. Okay, now I see it. Yeah, take the brand new hoe and put the Aleph. It's very nice. What's this? This is in Hebrew?
Good Shabbos.
Oi, doctor, my teeth are killing me.
The next available appointment is Sunday, March 14th, 2027.
This is not what we had the first day. We had this kind of stuff.
Maybe it's even Safdina.
Well, if there's no choice, meet me at my clinic in 5 minutes.
Ouch. Doctor, it hurts right here in this tooth.
Where? I can't see anything. Could you please turn on the light for me?
Me? Why me?
Yes. What's the problem? I can't work in the dark, and Pikuach Nefesh no has Shabbos.
Well, on second thought, maybe I'll try some olive oil or some goose fat. I'll come back later. Maybe.
Hey, should I keep your appointment for 2027?
Was ist das? Oh, this is the min with Rebbe Vo. Okay. Thomas Nafshin Pelishtim. So the min said, "I rather die, or let me get rid of Rebbe Vo, even if though it might cause I'll lose my license, whatever it is. I don't care. I need to get rid of Rebbe Vo." Omar Shmuel. We know Shmuel was a doctor, I believe. I hope I'm not making. I remember Shmuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shmuel was a doctor. He got into trouble there with Rav. That's why Rav cursed him. That's why he became Shmuel. Hypedato, sakanti. Any wound from metal, and we know today, you need a tetanus shot if you get injured by metal. So if you get cut by a sword or something, sakanti, it's a terrible danger. Shabbos, you're allowed to be mechal Shabbos. How do you get healed from it? If you want to stop the blood, let's say your blood is too thin, you take some cress with vinegar. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff here. The editors will get this. Woo! Oh my gosh. Where's all the stuff? Oh, here. Tachle b'chala. Very good. Take these two things together, and we'll be healed. Latsuke, but if you want to heal it, girda diyavlo, v'girda da'asana. Unfortunately, I don't know what those are. Or nikro mikilkalto. Or you take the worm out of the garbage where the chickens peck. You take that worm, and that's how you get healed. Omer Rav Safra. Hayim biso. This boil that's like the size of a grape. Parvanka de malach de moisi. It's a messenger from the Malach HaMavos. It's not a good sign. Maya susu. So how do you heal yourself? Tigna. You take tigna bedufsha. Maybe you could help me out, Gary. I don't know. Like as I'm saying this, there's a lot of stuff here. Tigna bedufsha. The editors, please put these in as I'm reading it. If I miss something, tigna bedufsha. Tigna is a type of grass together with honey. Oikarpisa, celery. Oh, that I saw. It's wild celery. Betilio with wine. And until you get this stuff and you're in a lot of pain, lazy imbiso basmino, take a grape that's the same size as the boil, viniganderi love, and you should roll it on the boil. I'm assuming it means like a green grape for like a white type of boil. Lukamti, and a red grape, a black grape for something darker. Omerova, haisimta. Person has like a blister with a lot of pus in it. Parvanke de shasi. This is like a messenger of a high fever. You're gonna get a high fever. So what do you do? In other words, today it's called like an infection. Exactly. Lamachi shitim is kutle. You give it 60 flicks. Take your finger like this and boom, boom, 60 times. Bilakari shasi ve'eriv. These are all. This is like Kabbalah over here. 60. And if you do 59, no, it doesn't work. Only 60. Bilakari shasi ve'eriv. You cut it top to bottom, and that's only because you don't see the infection yet. It's not white. Don't worry about it. Then it's coming out, and that's it. Rabbi Yaakov, got to leave this in here somehow. Rabbi Yaakov, what happened? Chosh bepika. It's like even worse, some sort of, let's call it hemorrhoids. We had a story in the hotel where a guy had this mamish, this thing, on Shabbos, and they were Mechal Shabbos. He went to the hospital on Shabbos and came back on Shabbos. The coming back, I need to understand how, but no, they got him before Shabbos. They knew that was happening, and Maisa Shaya, the young guy, had a terrible thing, and he went to the hospital and back. Either Rabami, same, we had them on Amud Aleph. Said, take 7 seeds of red aloe vera. We have it over here. Here, aloe vera seeds. V'tzayer lo b'chalola. Take, like a tzitzis. So in those days, they took a piece of fabric, and with a scissor, they cut out the center so you can put your head in. So that piece from the center works different than a regular piece. You take that piece, and you tie it. You tie it, all these 7 seeds in this piece of fabric, and you tie it with animal hair, and you dip it in some sort of crude oil, white naphtha. Mom shows you over here all the different, if anybody's interested in doing this thing, so go back to Yoshi's charts, you'll know exactly where. It's in between paraffin and gasoline. It's in the white naphtha range. Now we know. I have no idea where I am. So you burn it and you put it on top of the wound. But you're in a lot of pain. You should take the pit of the thorn bush. Here we go. Gewaldig. He's doing great over there. The thorn bush is some sort of like the opening, the backside of the thorn bush pit goes to that area where it's injured. Vahani mili piko ilah. That's only if the injury is like an outer type of injury. But if it's an inner injury, you take the fat, tarba's fat. This I would never know. Tzipirta means a goat. The loyeftach means that she didn't give birth. V'livshar, you should melt it. V'lishdebei, and you should put it there. V'loy, apply it to the wound. V'loy, laisit las tarfe kara. Take 3 gourd leaves. Dimiapshe. Here, tired of it, tzipirta, you put on here. Here, the fat of a goat, gishmak. Dimiapshe betula, that dried out in the shade. V'likle ulevadi ilavei. And you should burn it and put it on top. Viloy, if that doesn't work, take mussels, the shell, mussel shells. Yeah, mussel shells. Here it is. This is all our school. Viloy, you should take a little bit of olive oil and wax and put it together. Take the rags. Shachake is rags. Kiton is flax in the summer. And you should use cotton gufno bisisva in the winter. Oh, sponsors. Where's this? Adar Global Experts in International Financial Services Anonymous has chus v'atzloch and ruchnis and gashmis, and with gratitude for the safe and healthy birth of our baby boy, Mazel Tov, Givat HaShalva, Torah True Community, and Givat Ze'ev. Rebavo Chosh B'udnei. So this is serious stuff. He had a really bad ear infection. Interesting, as I was saying this yesterday in the car, so one of Avi's kids called up that he has an ear infection. You didn't even pay attention to that, right? No. But it's true. So they said in the Rabbi Yochanan said this, or maybe in the Beis Medrash, what did they say? Famous Abaya's stepmother, the one who took care of him, is Yasam, she always told him these kind of things, different refuahs. My mother told me. Or the mother, the kidney was only created for the ear, nothing else. And the doctor called out, all liquids are terrible. Don't put Coca-Cola in your ear, it's not good for it. But if you have liquids that come from a kidney, that's excellent. Take the kidney of a bald goat and cut it top to bottom, take it on glowing coals, and the liquids that come out of it, put inside the ear. Not cold and not hot. Also interesting lashon. Should say pshoire. No, not cold, not hot. Viloy leisi tarba, and if not, take the fat. The chipushta gamlonisa. Chipushit. Everybody knows what a chipushit is. So. Rabbi Isai, here's the question I asked the Olam. Nobody knew. How many species of beetles are there in the world? Anybody? You know. Anybody didn't hear this year yesterday? How many species? No, what do you say? Guess. 1,000 species. That's a big number. What? 100,000 maybe? 400,000 species of beetles. For every 4 animals in the world, one of them is a beetle. And here, let me show you real quickly. Just the different types are unbelievable. The colors of that thing.
You bring any in?
The colors are fascinating. We only get the black ones that fall on their back and they can't roll over. You know what I'm talking about? On my porch, I have this guy so then I put him back. They don't know how to flip back over. I don't know what the pshat is. Maybe it's only, look at that, a golden one. It's a Pele the Kazakh. Okay, we didn't have this in the first year. Things evolved. Be'ez Hashem, next 7.5 years I'll have to bring the real ones. Okay, or 3D it. V'liv shar, you melt this giant. Gamlonisa means a giant beetle. You melt it, v'liv Leiba. Tell me when to stop. We're going to have to stop soon. We'll have a little chayv tomorrow. If that doesn't work, fill up the ear with the oil. Take 7 wicks of a certain type of wheat the animals eat. And take the leaves of garlic. And take animal hair, tie it to the one end. And burn it. And the other side, to put in the air. And you take your ear, you put it close to the fire. You got to be careful from wind. You take one, you have 7, so you take one out, you put one in. Huh? Okay. Let's just, we'll do 3 more lines here. Hold on. That doesn't work. Take 7 wicks that are made out of animal hair. Put in. No, that we said already. Oh, yeah, but it's right. But the girsa over here is a parsama. And my Gemara doesn't even talk about a pasta. It's just as a parsama, which is balsam oil. What is the article? It doesn't bring the pasta thing, the parsama. Okay, they just decided, as well said, took out the other one, put this in, because it doesn't make any sense to put a pasta. You take nice good oil.
Everything else does make sense.
There's no oil. There's no oil from wheat. I used to do this stuff. You take one, put one in, take one out. You got to be careful from the wind. Take violet wool. We have here. Violet wool. You see this? The nada. Violet, the loy mishakav that wasn't combed out, he even put a piece that wasn't mishakav here. Put it in, and to put the ear next to the fire. Be careful of the wind. Take a very, very old reed, 100 years old, fill it up with rock salt, and then you burn it and you put it there. Used liquid refuah for a dry ear, but if you have a wet ear, l'retiva, you should use dry for a wet ear. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful year, a wonderful 7.5. Have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYSponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.